I can't wait for Ronda Rousey versus Bethe Correia. It's not often that I can say this about a fight whose result seems like a foregone conclusion. After all, Ronda Rousey, the UFC's first and only women's bantamweight champion, is one of the few fighters in elite MMA with a 100% finishing rate. Only one of her opponents, Miesha Tate, has ever made it past the first round, and she was still submitted in the third. And that was in a rematch of an initial fight in which Tate too was stopped in the very first frame. In recent years, Rousey has even begun knocking out her opponents as well as submitting them. Sarah McMahon was felled by a vicious knee to the liver, thrown in a fleeting transition between positions. Alexis Davis was punched, kneed, tossed to the ground, and pummeled into unconsciousness in just 16 seconds. Rousey is not only the best in her class, she continues to improve and grow as a mixed martial artist. So how can we honestly suspect Brazilian contender Bethe Correia to do any better? People didn't flock to Mike Tyson's bouts to see competition. They didn't watch Sonny Liston's rematch with the already beaten Floyd Patterson to learn which man was stronger. And they didn't ask whether George Foreman would batter Ken Norton or not. They simply came to see the hurricane blow, to feel the earthquake rumble. They wanted to see a force of nature do what a force of nature does. And it's no different with Ronda Rousey. We're no longer asking whether Rousey will finish her opponents, but only how long it will take her to do so. We're here to watch the Ronda Rousey show, and with each successive win, her aura of invulnerability grows and grows. Rousey has even broken through the barriers of the MMA bubble and crossed over as a legitimate mainstream star. Her fights are no longer fights, but events. Someday we'll all be proven wrong. It always happens. Someday a great fighter will appear as if by magic, defy the odds, and dethrone the immortal queen of combat. No doubt that moment will hit Rousey just as hard as her opponents of today hit the ground. Bethe Correia has every right to relish the opportunity to be that fighter, but with just 3 years of professional experience and a limited array of athletic tools, her chances don't seem good. And honestly, it's hard to imagine a single contemporary whose chances would. But as for us fans, we find ourselves in the midst of heroic genesis. We have a rare chance to watch mere fact transcend into legend. These are the moments that MMA historians will look back on with wonder and awe. This is the Ronda Rousey era, and we should enjoy every second of it.